Hello, everyone, and welcome to the HSW Show podcast. It's the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. And in this episode, it's titled Full of Betrayal. Don't you feel like there's a lot of betraying going on in the WWE? Whether you're on SmackDown, Monday Night Raw, or NXT. Man, it just things are just going wild lately. And we're going to talk about all that and some new stars that's moving up to the main roster. But I'm gonna go ahead and call in my boys, Frank and Hector. Welcome aboard, guys. Pretty intense last couple of weeks. I mean, after the Royal Rumble, really, things are starting to heat up in a good way, and for others, in a bad way. Hey, there you go. Nice shirt. Old school to the new school.
I got an
All right.
excuse right now, so I don't got mine on, but I got it.
Yeah. You got it. Definitely, you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it. hmm
definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Um so should we talk about the hottest topic in WWE?
Oh my God, what is the hottest topic? There's so many topics going on. Good Lord, it's like a Black Friday sale going on here. So many things
Well,
out
there's this
there.
thing called hashtag we want Cody that just dominated for like 4 days straight now. Number one. And do you blame the people? I sure do. I sure do. But I'm gonna save my comments for last. And yeah, let's go ahead and say it. I know a lot of people, other podcasts, medias, everything have written about The Rock. Uh, and the thing is not even official yet. But the presumption is that The Rock is going to take Cody Rhodes' spot and take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. And I know you're shaking your head, Hector. So we'll start with you. What is your reaction to all this?
Just another washed up legend want the spotlight and taking it away from someone who deserved it, someone who fought for it, someone who actually battled and worked blood, sweat, and tears for it. Rock didn't earn it. Rock didn't do anything to deserve it. Cody did. Won it 2 years in a row. Something The Rock has never done. But yet here we are again with my same old violent story. Why we got these legends coming back to steal the spotlight. This is ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Um,
If I was Cody, I would not. I would have not accepted it. I'm sorry.
it's a little bit more than just a title.
That
Talking
could
about
be.
the head of the table.
You could do that at
Okay,
any pay per view, not WrestleMania. I worked my ass off to get to WrestleMania just for you to walk in and say that you want to deal with your family, your issues with your head of the table at WrestleMania. No, you don't deserve it. You got other pay per views you could do that with. This is my time.
okay, but hold on. Cody had his shot with him before, and he lost.
And he earned it again.
That
Okay,
is true. I
well,
got to give you that.
but okay, but it's Cody's choice to go ahead and go either against Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins. So it's Cody's choice, right?
And he's already, I think he's adamant about making it round two again.
Well, so why is he gonna let the Rock step in then?
That's what I want to know. That's just
I
ludicrous.
If he's adamant on it, how come he let The Rock step right into it? He should have
so
gone on Thursday
I'm
night and said, "Hey,
curious to
I
see.
want Roman."
I'm curious to know what exactly did The Rock say to Cody Rhodes when he shook his hand and leaned over and told him something on the side. That is unknown. Now we could also go back to CM Punk when he went face to face with Cody Rhodes and told him his experience when he quit the WWE. And it's almost the exact same thing that just happened here. Don't you think that's a coincidence?
Oh boy, yeah, I guess so.
I'm just
Well,
saying, it's like it was expected for this to happen, but now the people sounding off. And now I want us to tell you this is that the people, they're, they're hypocrites about this. They are. Now I'm gonna twist it a little bit, and I'm gonna go back. I agree with you, Hector, 100%. Blood, sweat, and tears, getting it to the promised land. You win the Royal Rumble. You got your choice, and he's well deserved it. All right, but let's focus on the people, the reaction. Like there was so many negatives of The Rock, minus the people that were there watching the show. Okay, because when his music popped, everybody was screaming for The Rock, but social media was not screaming. Okay, people wanted to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns for a long time. Okay. People always talked about it and everything else. And I'm going to go back to when Triple H officially took over everything in the WWE. And he did say this: I'm giving what the people want. So now what? The Triple H gave you what you want, and people are not satisfied. It's crazy. Okay. Now I'm going to date it back. Now I'm going to twist it again. Look at here. On July 13, 2019, the movie Hobbs and Shaw was released. And it was during that time, year 2019, that the conversation started with a what if, a possibility, The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Now, we're not talking about any other WrestleMania. We wasn't talking about it was going to happen in Philadelphia. It's just what happens in WrestleMania. And now there's an opportunity for it. Okay. And that gives Cody Rhodes a chance to go after Seth Rollins to win the title. But Cody Rhodes doesn't want that title. He wants the title that Roman Reigns has because Bruno Sammartino held it, and everybody that was famous enough held held Roman Reigns' title. Okay. But the people wanted it at first, and now no. And it's all because how well the storyline was built. You could pick any superstar right now and be like, man, this guy got an angle here. He got an angle there. Their storyline could go any which way direction. It's just the fact that Cody Rhodes put himself on that platform and finishing the story, and everybody is driving it. Everybody wants to see it. And it's been done so well that everything else comes last, including The Rock. It was just bad timing. Now, what if to say that it's going to twist again? What if we don't see The Rock versus Roman Reigns? What if it's just to happen that people just want to talk, the reaction? It's working.
Yeah, but I mean, it's almost as if we're gonna get it because Cody just said it. It's not gonna happen at WrestleMania. So what
What
is
if
gonna happen?
what if what if it does happen at WrestleMania?
Then you're still pissing off the fans because you done said you're not gonna do it at WrestleMania, and then it's still gonna happen at WrestleMania. Make up your mind. You're throwing things off to where you're confusing us more than what it
Us,
is already.
but aren't we not confusing the people that are making this happen? This is the
No,
people that wanted Roman Reigns versus The Rock. And
then
now that is going to
then
happen. So what
because
again?
because of how I think they're creating the story for it. They should have done it the right way. If they heard the people that they wanted the Rock and Roman Reigns, they should have done it the right way and made Rock earn it instead of just stepping in and getting a shot at it. Now you're throwing everything off, and that's what I don't
But
agree with. I'm sorry.
okay, all right. So hold on. You keep saying The Rock didn't earn it. The Rock didn't earn it. I could understand your reasoning behind it. Okay, yeah, The Rock hasn't wrestled in God knows how long. Okay, so he hasn't gone up the ranks to earn it. Now, when The Rock left, if I'm not mistaken, he left pretty much on a high note. One, okay. Two, Roman Reigns has gone through the roster. Everybody that's faced him. Okay, so why not have someone else come at Roman Reigns? Why not have The Rock?
Because in his defense that he said was he won the Royal Rumble. So as a winner of the Royal Rumble, you get to choose who's going to be your opponent.
And
and he
so
already had chose Roman Reigns.
so let me ask you this, Frank. When does this stop? Okay, so he beat everybody in the roster. Okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. The Rock steps in. Look, nobody could beat you. I'm going to step in. Now, what happens when he beats The Rock? Not if he when he beats The Rock, but when he beats The Rock. Then you're going to get another superstar out of retirement to say, you know what, Rock, you couldn't do it. Now I'm going to do it. When does it stop? When does it end? When these legends just come out of nowhere and feel like they have the right to step over everybody, don't have to earn a shot at it just because he already went through the roster. That's not his fault. That's the roster's fault for not stepping up and doing what they're supposed to do and trying to win it. That's Cody's fault, and he's getting a second shot at it because he earned it. And if he fails the second time, oh well. Now you're gonna have to earn it
But it's
again.
Cody's decision to go either against The Rock or Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I get that.
Right? Absolutely. You're absolutely right. But the thing is that he already had chosen Roman Reigns, but now he's stepping aside. Okay. Now let's lead into this real quick because we're looking at now Monday Night Raw, the aftermath of what happened on SmackDown, which continue the conversation of The Rock possibly facing Roman Reigns, right? On Thursday night in Las Vegas, they're going to have a kickoff, WrestleMania kickoff, which works perfect because the Super Bowl's over there, right? So they're gonna have the people, the fans, they're gonna get their free and everything else. Of course, they're going to voice their opinions, right? And I expect all the boos to happen. But other than that, Drew McIntyre steps in. Now, why is Drew McIntyre? This is crazy because now, Hector, you had said like The Rock didn't deserve it. Drew McIntyre don't deserve to be in that ring with these guys. And yet he put himself in that situation again. Okay. And instead of allowing Cody Rhodes to make his decision, we never got the decision. So if we didn't get the decision now, we might not get that decision until probably after the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah,
I'm
I agree.
convinced.
Yeah, I'm convinced too. They're just gonna give us the runarounds every single week until something happens.
They're hyping it up for something big.
The only thing I give in defense of all this is that all three of them guys in the ring have something that they want to prove. Cody wants to prove that he can beat Roman because he know he had him.
Mm-hmm.
Seth already said that he wants Cody Rhodes because he has something to prove because he hasn't beaten him.
Right. He
And
wants to make himself a true champion. Right.
And Drew McIntyre, well, he knows that he hasn't
He's
beaten
washed
Seth
up.
Rollins. Yeah, he
He's
hasn't
washed
beat
up.
so.
He's done. Yes.
But you know, I don't know. This is just I just think that these three right here need to work things out, but I don't still think that The Rock deserves anything. This is just telling me, and this is just me only, that with The Rock intervening in all this and wanting Roman, his cousin, at WrestleMania, just tells me that Roman is going to continue being the head of the table for the foreseeable future.
But what if the whole thing is this, that The Rock is more of a distraction because it's working with the WWE universe, but what if it's a distraction at Roman Reigns because of how he wins and everything else, that we still going to see Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania facing Roman Reigns?
Well, question is this: what is Seth Rollins' return time to the ring?
WrestleMania.
Because he's injured, right?
Right. He's WrestleMania. Both the belts are not going to be defended until WrestleMania.
Okay. So let's just say this: maybe things are being prolonged in case Seth Rollins cannot wrestle at WrestleMania, and they're just waiting it for right now to see what's gonna happen.
That could be a possibility, but if that was the case, I'm sure that the backup plan is to get like not just Drew McIntyre, but you might have like a fatal four way or maybe a battle royal for the championship belt. Because there's a lot of people that really deserve it. Honestly. In the situation that they got here with that roster on both brands, it's pretty much stacked. So I'm liking the odds of if in case he can't wrestle, but he's going to, and if it's a quick match, you know that Seth Rollins is hurt. If it doesn't go at least past 20 minutes, then you know that Seth Rollins is hurt and he's just gonna give up that belt to someone well deserved. But it's not gonna be Drew McIntyre.
No.
No, I don't think it's going to be Cody Rhodes because you still got Damian Priest with that briefcase.
Right. Or watch this. See, that's my other theory was, and I wrote this on the website at hhwshow.com. And what if Cody Rhodes does win a title at WrestleMania? Damian Priest could take that away in a heartbeat. It is almost similar to his dad. He won the match and they took the belt away. Ain't that some shit right there, though?
I wouldn't do
That-
that to Cody. Cody don't deserve that. You
I'm
have
just
But again,
saying.
but that's not the title that Cody really wants.
Right.
Remember what Cody's words are, because I thought about that also. Because I'm like, wait a minute. He said to Roman, "I'm coming after you. I'm coming after that title, but not at WrestleMania." So if you go ahead and you get Cody to win the title of Seth Rollins, what is he gonna go after Roman Reigns next? When having the title, then we're gonna have another title for title match, kind of, sort of. And do you really want to have that?
no.
So
Worst case
what?
scenario, Cody Rhodes wins Seth Rollins' belt and then finishes the story against Roman Reigns and unifies those titles. And then we're gonna have those conversations
No,
again.
no, we don't need that. That's just no. How many times we're going to unify titles just to
Makes
make
no
another title? It
sense.
makes no
It makes
sense.
no sense.
No,
Oh
no,
that,
But then
no,
that makes
again,
a lot
but
of
then
sense.
again, when
no,
does the WWE
no,
make sense anyway?
You're
no.
saying no to The Rock, and look
What?
what happened.
Why make a
just-
brand new title just to unify to make another brand new title? Dude, I mean, I'll just take a sabbatical from wrestling if they do that. That makes no sense. Seriously, that makes no
Oh.
sense.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got to make sense on something, and that is the betrayals that's happening in the WWE. We're going to talk about that coming up right about now. All right, on NXT Vengeance, Melo betrayed his battle buddy, his friend, his brotherhood, Trick, and it just didn't go well for some odd reason. There's a big long story on it, but Melo took a bullet during the tag team championship for the Dusty Rhodes Cup to allow Trick to go ahead and battle for the NXT championship. However, Trick lost the championship, and right after, Melo assaulted him and attacked him. Now, talk about betrayal, and you were supposed to call each other brothers. And there he is with his chair and just smashing him over and over again. Now, what kind of brother is that? You're supposed to have his back, and yet it's just terrible. It really is. And just sit next to him and just taunt him and talking smack. I mean, what was the purpose? And we're talking about a guy named Melo who was supposed to move up to SmackDown. I just got a feeling he's not going there anytime soon because he still has some unfinished business. But in other related stories, this one right here, Bayley. On SmackDown, Bayley, she's wants to celebrate with her team, but her team is always talking smack behind her back. So what's going on here? What is this? What is this? And to be able to celebrate and pick your opponent like Rhea Ripley, the tables turn and Bayley picked Io Sky because her own team don't believe in her, and they're talking smack in Japanese. And surprisingly, Bayley knows Japanese language and repeated it. And they're all were shocked to know, like, oh my God, she knows Japanese. It reminds me of myself. When I had to
Uh,
go overseas to Iraq and people were talking smack in Arabic and we picked up on a little bit of Arabic and we're like, yeah, we know what you're saying, brother. Talking smack behind our back. Except we had other ways of dealing with the situation. But here, this is what we have. Bayley got herself in a title match at WrestleMania. And guys, man, like this is the takeaway. Well, focus on Bayley first and be like, why did it take her so long to realize that they were against her? Why couldn't she just dealt with the situation beforehand?
because sometimes you kind of the truth smacks you in the face and you really don't want to see it. So you're in denial. You start questioning things and you start asking yourself, is this and is what I'm seeing true? And then you're trying not to believe it. You're trying not to see it. But the more it smacks you in the face, the more you're like, man, this is actually reality. So at some point you have to face it. Maybe Bailey didn't want to face it yet. Maybe she wasn't ready. Maybe, she knew what was going on, but she didn't want to face it until now.
You know, real quick. Well, first of all, and I want to backtrack a little bit after this. This is the second time in so long that in such of a short period of time, I should say, that we've seen someone create something and then get stabbed in the back after the fact by their own peers. Because we've seen this with Edge and Judgment Day. Okay.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
But I like to remember, as far as I can remember back, December 2nd, 1991, when Shawn Michaels betrayed Marty Jannetty on the barbershop. Okay. To me, that was when I remember true betrayal in the WWE. Of course, since then, we've seen a lot, especially with bigger factions like the NWO, blah, blah, blah. But, it's sad. And when you talk about this is the takeaway, that the saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. It always comes from those that you trust the most. Edge trusted those members that he had when he created Judgment Day, and Bayley trusted those that she created Damage Control with. And that's what's sad about that. In life, we've been betrayed mostly by our family members, right? The ones that are closest to us, the ones we trust the most, we get stabbed in the back. Why does it take so long? Because we're in denial. We feel like, we want something to come out of this and we're believing for that. But maybe those people that stab us in the back are feeling threatened by us. Maybe Damage Control feels threatened by Bayley. They see her as a threat.
So you think they saw it long ago that she was capable of winning the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
And that if she did, she would go after Io Sky instead of Rhea Ripley?
I think so. But they were smart enough, I feel that they should have kept her in instead of exiling her out of it. Because now it just made things worse on them.
She had a point there, and you guys, great points, to be honest with you. But let's take it back a little bit within that segment where Bayley did say to Io Sky that ever since they brought in Kairi Sane and Asuka, things changed. Okay. If those two were out of the equation, will we have still seen Io Sky versus Bayley?
No.
Probably not. The problem is, and I'm going to use this analogy,
Hmm.
and when you start bringing your own race, because I think it falls into a race thing or a heritage, however you want to call it, together, they start banding together. Because think about it. If I know you speak Spanish, Hector speaks Spanish, right? We understand each other in a different kind of way than somebody that's, just a white American, let's just say, without trying to sound racist or anything, but,
A
you know,
non-Spanish speaking
a
person.
non
Okay.
Spanish speaking person. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay.
Politically correctness. Yes.
Politically correct. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? Watch this. Watch this. We're going to understand each other better than what Joe's going to understand us. Let's put it that way.
All right. Fair enough.
So what happens? That's where unfortunately there's a divide. There's a divider that's made. It's probably in the beginning wasn't intentional, but as you start talking about this person, it's like check out check out this freaking guy, bro. Who's he think he is?
Mm,
Why is he doing this? You know, that wouldn't happen in Puerto Rico like that. In Puerto Rico you do this, or in Cuba you do this. You know what
hmm.
I'm saying? So I think that's kind of something that also goes on when that happens.
I think Bailey caught on as soon as Kerry Zane was first introduced to damage control because all the stuff that she did to her with Sasha Banks, and even though Kerry Zane said, "Oh, I forgive you," I don't think that they forgave Bailey for what she has done. Okay, I always thought about that, but you got another great point. Um, being naive and all this, I think maybe she was trying to find ways to maybe things will get better once she won the Royal Rumble, right? Or if I win the Royal Rumble, maybe I'll gain their respect and confidence and become that leader. Because how many times has Bailey went after the championship and failed? But it was Io Sky that won it. You see what I'm saying? So, like, how can you be a leader if you're not really the world champion?
Yeah.
So you got to set an example. And before Io Sky was even in the picture for a title, Bayley was just losing and losing back to back to the point where they were like, "We're not helping you," and that should have been the indicator that the rest of the girls or the superstars weren't helping Bayley win it. They were like, "You're gonna do it and win it by yourself." So that's another push. Maybe the Kabuki words actually helped Bayley for the Royal Rumble because she was starting doing things on her own. We're finally getting back to old Bayley that we miss. Now, not the hugger, but definitely one that's very ruthless.
I like the hugger really, believe it or not. I wouldn't mind seeing a variation of the Bailey now and the hugger at the same time.
Well, Bailey now is thicker than the hugger.
Mm.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
looks a lot better. Like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me talk to
oh
you.
yeah,
I
Ding dong.
mean, look at her, man.
oh
She look
yeah.
she look like
Yeah,
she needs a hug right now.
yeah,
I give her
yeah.
a hug.
Now I gotta say, yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah. That's anyway.
But
We
you know,
finally got it to where they're definitely going to match up at WrestleMania. The only match that's official for WrestleMania 40, and that is for the WWE Women's Championship. Io Sky, the champion, versus Bailey, the challenger. That's happening sometime, whether it's April 6th or April 7th, but my money is on April 6th in Philadelphia. I can't wait to see that match. It's going to be pretty awesome. But I just hope that they stick it with just one on one. But the other person that we haven't seen that has said
Well,
anything is Dakota Kai.
yeah, she wasn't even around.
No.
nope.
Maybe she just packed her bags and hightail out of town because she knew what was about to happen. And
Mm,
she don't want
yeah.
no
Well,
part of it.
And what type of friend is that?
Hmm.
maybe Dakota Kai just was absent, and she doesn't agree with what's going on, and she's gonna jump on Bailey's side. And then at WrestleMania, we'll see Sasha Banks come back and back up Bayley, so the other two idiots
Oh
won't
man,
join.
Sasha Banks is not coming back to WWE, man. So
Hey,
rumor,
you never know. Naomi did.
yeah, but Sasha Banks, well, Mercedes Moan or whatever else name she want to call herself, is expected to debut in AEW. So, um, it is what it is.
I guess
I can hold my breath.
the next thing you know, Frank, you're going to tell us that Rock and Sock Connection is going to get back together and take down the Bloodline.
Nope, nope,
Not right,
nope, not at all. Not at all.
I
Not
don't.
at
You
all.
know what? That name don't even sound right.
Nope.
The
Hulk
Mr.
Rock.
Hogan's
Sock.
coming back and there to take care of Roman Reigns.
Oh my God, what you going to do, brother?
No, no,
There you go.
but you know what these brothers are gonna do right here, and I'm digging the DIY who won their match, and they're gonna go against. I think they're the British Brutes. Is that what it are?
I think so.
I think so, right? Peter Dunne. Um, first of all, I like Peter Dunne back. His name is back. He's no longer Butch,
Yeah.
but I just got a feeling that DIY is going to actually win this match. I mean, they both of them are both teams look solid to be the number one contenders match, and I wouldn't be surprised if this match ends up like some stalemate or something like that and make it into a triple threat match.
Yeah, because I mean, I can't see a clear winner. I mean, I thought about this when saw DIY qualify. I was like, I can't see a clean win for either team here.
But DIY has already lost the Judgment Day. Peter Dunne hasn't. Not with his new team. So maybe SmackDown will soon get a undisputed tag team champion. Could this be the end for Judgment Day coming up?
It looks like there's a crack in the foundation. I'll say that. I don't think it's the end just yet, but there's a crack, a pretty big crack in the
It's
foundation.
getting close to it.
Well, here's the deal. Judgment Day, let's put it this way, are being dominant in the mid card level. And the only person really that you see outside the mid card is Damian Priest. But as soon as they get strength, then you have Rhea Ripley getting her ass whooped.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like if mommy's doing right on her side, one of the men is going wrong. And now when all the men are doing well, and you got Rhea Ripley getting smashed. So it's just crazy. It really
Yeah.
is. I'm
And then
expecting Rhea Ripley versus
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax, right? Nia Jax at elimination, which yeah, they did make
That's
it
gonna
official,
happen.
didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yes.
happen. Which we know the outcome. We already know who's gonna win that match.
then it seems like McDonough and Mysterio's having the issues with the Miz and R-Truth over there. So
I don't know if there is an issue because Damian Priest just gave up. He was like, all right,
You're
Truth,
in. I'm done.
I'm done. Just go ahead, sit down. You know what I mean? Like, make yourself at home.
I'm starting to believe that R-Truth is playing possum here, and he's doing what he has to do to distract and separate Judgment Day. He's doing it
think
the
so?
way he's doing it in a way that nobody else could do it. I mean, he's taking the beatings, thinking that it's some kind of initiation. He's playing mind games, I think, with Judgment Day, and they're not catching on to it, or they're just frustrated.
I'm just not seeing our truth capable of planning anything. Honestly,
Where's he getting all this money from? Good Lord. I mean,
I guess he knows how to hustle though.
good Lord.
That's
I guess.
yeah. I'm digging it. All right,
I
last
like it.
one.
I
I like this one. Tiffany Stratton, main roster,
like that one too.
won her first match. And like everyone says, she is the future of the women's division. And she went out there and proved it. Watch out for her. Not this year, but in next year. I wouldn't be surprised if she wins the Royal Rumble and goes on to be a world champion very, very quickly. I can see that happening.
It reminds me of that old 1961 song, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Did you say 1961?
Yeah.
Really? We're gonna go there?
Just that song, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh, yeah. What?
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I I have another song that could remind me of, but you know what? I'll just keep it clean.
Thank you.
It's by Two
Thank
Live
you.
Crew.
Two Life Crew.
Oh. We're turning
Yeah.
this into the late night HHW show.
The late night edition.
The late night edition of the HH show.
That's it. They want to be.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us what you really think.
Oh man, you sound true. You sound like the 80s and 90s radio station and stuff. Yeah, welcome to Kiss FM.
The HHW, where it's hard hitting wrestling show.
Get it? Hard hitting. All right.
Yeah. So callers, what do you want to talk
This-
about?
Oh yeah, snub it.
You know that right there, to be honest with you, does not sound well. Sound like a pedophile, man. Get out of here.
See, this is what happened when you put us on late instead of our regular
Late?
time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yo, let's just do this late. Okay.
But yeah, you're right. Tiffany Stratton, she's going to become the next. I won't be surprised to become champion within the next year and a half.
Should be the next Charlotte Flair. That's how I see it.
She could be.
Yeah. And then
She's
Charlotte Flair
aggressive.
comes back out of injury and she wins the belt, and Tiffany takes it from her,
Yeah.
and that's a wrap. Yeah.
When you move up to
absolutely.
the main roster, you have to show that aggression. You got to take, you got to take that initiative and say, you know what, I'm not going to wait to the back of the line. I'm going to put myself in the front of the line. And I think that's what Tiffany Stratton is doing.
That's what The Rock did right now.
Oh, please.
Oh my
When he
god.
came
There's a
back
difference. No, there's a difference.
When he came back,
No, there's a difference.
that's
The Rock
what he
had
said.
his
I'm
chance.
putting myself in the front of the line.
No.
He has not had his chance to go against Roman Reigns
Cállate,
before.
way. No.
All right, let's go ahead and revisit back to
saying.
the very beginning. We covered The Rock, and again, to me, I feel like there is something missing. All right, something missing. We're gonna find out on Thursday. In
His
Peacock.
promos on his goosebump skin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I just do a pull of John Cena?
No. No. Goosebumps.
But his promos where he writing John Cena called him out.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to not like The Rock because of this now. I'm sorry.
I know a lot of people don't like The Rock. And many listen, we talk about the positive tweets, record breakings, but I think they got the record breaking negative reaction to The Rock making it over there on the show. I mean, and again, it's like I thought the head of the table was he's on the TKO group, he's on the board. That's why he said he wants a seat at the head of the table. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's what they're talking about. They're moving WWE to Raw. They're doing all this, and they invited The Rock. And then I said to my buddy at work, and I said, you know what? They're going to save this match for WrestleMania 41 because that's the road when Royal Rumble happens in January. WWE's already transitioned to Netflix. Who's a bigger attraction to get everybody on Netflix? The Rock. And then you have The Rock doing all these promos, and then he's going to go against Roman Reigns. And it's not with the title. By then, Roman Reigns does not have the title. It'll make more sense. But now I feel like CM Punk is injured. Brock Lesnar's name is going to be deleted from the WWE. Okay. You got so many angles as to where we narrowed it down. They need someone popular, and the only person that I could think of is The Rock, because you can't call John Cena. John Cena always loses.
The Undertaker.
Well, too, John Cena got blown up in the last Fast and Furious movie too.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for
But
spoiling
I'm
it.
sure he'll come back because everybody tends to come back in those movies anyway. So.
Honestly, I'm just thinking that
That's
with the
true. That is true. Go ahead.
with the Rock being on the scene right now, I think this is just boosting the tribal chief status, making it more solidified as the most dominant champion of this era that we have ever seen in our lifetime. Because we weren't around when Bruno did it, when Pedro did it. We were around when Hogan did it. But now,
Right.
like I said before, we finally got a heel that's doing it, and people are not liking it because he's not on TV a lot, but he's already admitted to it. I don't have a lot of airtime, but I'm still making more money than you. So
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
reason. So I'm okay with him doing what he's doing and how he's doing it. He deserved it. He's
You
come a
gotta beat
long
him.
way. Yeah,
Just gotta beat him.
he's come a long way because remember, he
Mhm.
couldn't cut a promo to save his life and John Cena ate him alive.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
know,
still
we all
does.
remember
He
that.
still does.
Well, I think he does better on
He
the
did
mic now.
better.
He
He
does
did
better.
better.
He's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
But
Listen, I
Cena,
think, yeah, John Cena could
who's
beat
better,
anybody on the
John
mic.
Cena or The Rock?
Oh, John Cena.
On the mic?
Yeah.
Mm,
The
they're pretty
Rock,
close.
The Rock to me just knows how to make you laugh. John Cena knows how to if anything, I'm going to be honest with you. The only one to me that can come close to John Cena is CM Punk.
Okay.
The Rock just does it. He just does it hilariously. He knows how to make you laugh. Now I take none away. The Rock is good on the mic. Don't get me wrong, because he grabs everyone's attention when he gets on that mic. He
Right.
knows how to sing. He knows how to rap. He knows how to do
Talking
all
about
this.
singing. What is
But
your favorite song of The Rock?
oh, well, the one he dedicated to Vicky Guerrero.
Oh yeah, that was a classic. That was a classic. Was that Eric Clapton song?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Mhm. Poor Vicky.
Biatch. What? How'd that go? You so ugly of mine or something. I don't know. I forgot the lyrics. Oh, making her look sound like she's a prostitute or a hoe or whatever makeup like what is it? I forgot. It was just I'm gonna have to replay it and laugh even more.
He
So
knew how to come up with so much funny stuff off the fly. That's what made it
right.
so hilarious. It seemed like he didn't know he didn't have to rehearse it. He could just come out with it.
Mhm.
John Cena tried it when he was Mr. Thugonomics, but to me it didn't work as well as The Rock did it.
Right.
CM Punk is just straight edge. He just tells you like it is. And
Mhm.
I think that's why him and John Cena to me are neck and neck as far as on the mic skills.
Do you think one last question before we go? Cody Rhodes, should he be involved in the elimination chamber?
No.
No.
How would you book a men's elimination chamber? Who should be involved? And what for?
It should be for Seth Rollins. It should be
No.
to
I
me.
think
It
it
should
should
be
be
all Raw.
for. I think it should be for the Intercontinental title.
On that note, I would say I agree with Frank because right, we have what's his name? Jay Uso who put his name on there to go for the belt. I don't think he's going to be successful, but it is what it is. But last year we had the United States Championship and Austin Theory was the champion and he held on to that title. We have not yet ever had that the Intercontinental Championship defended at the Elimination Chamber.
Okay, I can agree with that. And if he was to defend that title in the chamber and lose it, then you have to think that he's going after Seth Rollins. He's got to jump the front of the line and go after Seth Rollins.
And well deserving too, because usually when you drop a belt like that, you go for the world title.
Yeah. And then that's
and
gonna.
and
But
he's already beaten Drew McIntyre. He beat everybody. He's almost like Roman Reigns.
I think that's gonna put, to me, that's gonna put Damian Priest at jeopardy if Gunther was to go after that title.
But I'll be careful with Gunther because he had a lot of strong words at Jey Uso when he was talking about the bloodline. So I'll key into that later on, maybe next week or so. And let me get some more promos and we'll add those up together. But for now, this concludes our show. Thank you for watching the HHW Show podcast. Tune in every week, Tuesday nights, or you can also catch us on our website, hhwshow.com. I'll put it on one more time. Look at the bottom right-hand corner of our live show. That's right, hhwshow.com, the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show website, and you can tune into the latest blogs, our podcast, and much, much more. Frank, Hector, thank you for joining me. And it's always, always a pleasure because we do love some wrestling. Oh, yeah. Take care, everyone.